User retention. The definition of the word retention. The continued possession, use or control of something. Whoa, okay, that kind of sounds like a control freak. But we do want to keep the users interested in our app. Not only because that's the way we are going to profit the most of it, but also because this is the best indicator that the app is a successful app. Users keep on coming back to use the app after a couple of days, weeks or even a year. That's great. One of the biggest factors which can affect retention is the average session time, especially the first session time. Since this is the user's first impression and the longer it is, the more it means they are interested in your app, and in turn a high chance they will return to use the app in another day. Now we understand why what we talked about in the onboarding experience video is so important. But what can we do besides optimizing the onboarding experience to the maximum? Deliver what the app promises in the store listing. Your users have downloaded the app because they liked what they've seen in the App Store, right? Now it's time to live up to their expectations. The features that are being offered should be bug-free. This totally connects to the reviews and complaints chapter. Go through the reviews and analytics funnels and make sure there are no surprises, bugs or complicated user experience which confuses people and reduces the app's usability. Too many people complain about too many ads? Reduce them and you're expected to see an increase in the session time. Both because they are more satisfied about the experience and due to the distractions and ad clicks which makes them leave the app. Cut down on permissions. Aggressive permissions can also affect users. The most obvious example is not to ask a location permission if you do not need it. If you do ask permissions, do it in the right time. Optimize the way you ask and expand about permissions. Friendly design can also help a lot here to gain the user's trust. In-app user-generated content. Once you have a prominent feature which users use to create their own in-app content, it will encourage them to come back and use it while increasing retention. Why is it so hard to leave Spotify? I got my favorite music playlist in there. I have to come back. In the game, I like to see my position in the winner board again. In Instagram, I need to get back in to look at my own picture gallery of special moments just to show a picture to someone. In Sandro, I added a private in-game picture gallery so kids could also see their past creations easily. And for this, they have to come back to the app. What is your user content side feature that will make them want to visit it again? Push notifications. In a different video, I explain more about the push notifications, which is of course the ultimate retention tool, as it allows you to directly message a reminder or tempting offer to the user's phone. It's one of those features that make an app much more powerful than a website. Prevent user boredom. The user likes the app, but the content is repetitive. Think of more challenges, new levels or workouts. Perform app content updates and create a document which specifies the flow of a typical user who goes through the different features and options of the app. Compare it to your analytics and see if all the features are being discovered and used actually. Are there features which are used more? And how can you enrich the experience to hold more time and gain more user interest? Another way to find out these needs is by simply reading reviews in which users will tell you what they want to see more. Or what is missing. Add social features. You can turn various apps into being social and spark a whole new interest in the app. Plus, having a great excuse to bring the user back to the app when we're talking about private messaging. Another social way is gamification using reward and competition. Hell, even a serious stock market app can be easily gamified. Email remarketing. I mentioned it before, if you've legally collected your users' emails, it is recommended of course to email about new events, notifications or interesting version updates. Existing and also users who already abandoned your app might come back and use it. Investing time in your server-side logic can turn this process into more sophisticated by periodically trying to convince users who haven't used your app for a long time to come back.